Okay, this is a really neat little lesson on how to make a sweet soy sauce, which we're using in a few things here in the course, but you can find your own little ways of using it. It's the kind of sauce that you can put on grilled fish or steamed fish, or put it on veggies, or put it on your canapes, or put it on just about anything, particularly your rice. But anyway, it's a really neat item, and what I've got down here, and Richard, if you could pan down here to the stove, I got 10 ounces of light soy sauce right out of the supermarket bottle here. That's boiling on the stove, and now I'm going to add a little bit of ginger root that's ground up to that. That I would suggest to you as being an optional kind of thing. And then I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of garlic in there. Okay, I'm going to keep simmering this. Now I'm going to put you about 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. And I'm going to put about a quarter, or slightly less than a quarter of a cup of white vinegar. And we're going to give that a little mix. It's a very easy sauce to make. It's very good. Let me get a spoon here and I'll taste this, just to see where it's going so far. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, but I want to be careful it doesn't boil over. Turn it down just a touch. All right, I have a little cornstarch and water slurry here. We're going to tighten this up, meaning thicken this a little bit. Of course, you go to the thickening agents and liaisons under the stocks and sauces, and you'll find out more about how to do this. But basically, cornstarch and water. 1 tablespoon cornstarch, 1 tablespoon water is the basic formula for this kind of slurry. And you make yourself a couple tablespoons of the slurry, and then you add it to your mixture. And as it thickens, that's when you know how much you have enough in there. Now, the only thing about this one, which you have to be a little bit careful about, is that you're thickening something that's hot. And then when it's cold, and this is always going to be used cold, it doesn't have to be, but usually it is, then it thickens a little bit when it gets cold. So when you're looking at it, you say, oh, is this how thick I want it? You got to keep in mind that it's going to get thicker when it gets cold. So be careful about adding too much cornstarch at this stage, okay? Let's pull this back here just a touch. Keep it simmering again. This is a nice, fun little thing. It's almost thick enough. Is it thick enough? I'm going to put a little weeny bit more cornstarch in it. Remember, keep in mind, you can, let's say it was too thick after it got cool because you added too much cornstarch to it. You could always add a little water to this, because you can always add water to the soy sauce anyway. There are times where if you don't want it to be too sodium laden or salty, if you will, even the light sodium sauce has a lot of salt in it, you can dilute this light soy sauce by 50 or even 100% and still make the sauce. It'll turn out fine. So you don't have to use straight soy sauce. You can add water to it also, okay? And now I'm going to strain this right here for you. And I'm going to show you, shut that stove off, thank you, what the thickness level of the sauce is here now, so you can see how it's coating that spoon. Remember, after it's cool, if you want it to be a little thinner, just add a little water to it, but be careful how much water you add to it. You don't want it too thin. You want it to be able to coat like that a little bit, okay? All right, back up here to me, and I'm going to say goodbye on this particular item. So this is sweet soy sauce, multiple uses. Not a complicated sauce, not part of the mother sauce tree or anything like that. Just a little offshoot thing that you use for doing little Asian flavor things and seasoning some of your foods. Have fun with it. Sweet soy sauce.